Planters Trail Mix AVP Huntington Beach Open. Now, let's get to the early action. Karch Kiraly, Adam Johnson, Brian Lewis, and Canyon Ceman, our championship final. And wouldn't you know, long rally to open it up. Kiraly and Johnson on the far side. Both teams trying to get a good whack on it. Louis does, Karch is there. This would set the tone for the rest of the day. Johnson with the left-hand spear job. And the put away. Johnson and Kiraly went up 1-0. Karch and Adam looking for their first tournament win of the year on the AVP Tour. Brian Lewis serving. One of the best in the business. You said it. Down the line, Spader. That tied it up at 1. Serving such an important part of the AVP Tour. A little bit later, Canyon and Brian were leading 4-2 when Louis spun off another one. Right down the middle at Karch. Retrieved by Canyon. Can he hit on the left? Yes, he can. And that made it 5-2. Ceman and Lewis off to a great start because of their serving. Able to put Kiraly and Johnson in trouble. And then transition. Timeout on the sand. Championship final. Kiraly and Johnson down 5-2. Through 13th, the Brazilians get third. Matt Unger gets his best finish ever, a 4th. Lee LeGrand playing with his new partner gets 5th. His old partner gets 5th also. Ricky Luty's making a guest appearance. And Reed Pretty, Brandon Talaferro, a couple of collegiate stars, get 13th. Mid-match now. Let's pick it up. Canyon Ceman and Brian Lewis ahead of Karch Kiraly and Adam Johnson 6-2. Taking it to Kiraly and Johnson. But Kiraly responded and jacked up a bit here in Huntington Beach. Now it's 6-3. And Louis gives him 5. How about that?
Good volleyball play.
One more look. One thing Karch does very, very well and always has is the ability to move his hands on the block. That got him a point, and yes, a little tizzy. However, more points would not follow for the King, as a little bit later, Canyon Ceman and Brian Lewis had run their lead to 9-3. Good play by Lewis and Canyon. Setting their game up with serving. Kiraly blocked. Louis getting revenge. That made it 10-3.
Over there. I see you working.
Moments later, it was 10-4. Kiraly and Johnson serving. Old Pinky Hat making his way to the net. And getting the roof.
With the block, we're taking a turn. Karch and AJ.
Kiraly and Johnson were not dead yet. On the comeback trail. At 10-5. Then it was 10-6. Louis serving down the middle, ace. To make it 11-6. So Ceman and Lewis, the serving game, working well. Karch determined. His team down, however, 12-7. Johnson on attack. And AJ getting blocked. That made it 13-7. And everything going the way of Ceman Lewis. One more look at a terrific block.
We are going to do the wave. So if you're standing up, you got to crouch down a little
Canyon
bit.
up high, not known for his blocking. But he looked like a young Marlowe on that one.
This guy right here is going to start. We're going to go that
Let's go to Tim Hopland. Earth to Hop. Come in. Come in, Hop.
How are you feeling? No, I'm not tired, but they're playing awfully well. We got to play much better, control their serving. They're still serving rockets at us.
Who are you going to serve?
Going to try and get some blocks on Louis or Kenya. I'm going to serve deep middle, see who takes it.
Go get him, Karch.
One thing to remember, fans, never count Karch out. Stay with us. We'll be back. 13-7. AJ, when he's on, he can really heat him up. Good rally here. Canyon whacking out of bounds. Point. Johnson, Kiraly. That made it 13-8.
Kiraly and Johnson.
AJ would get the ball back. Same scenario. Who do you serve? Canyon or Louis? Right down the middle, Louis goes and gets it. Louis off the net, pounds it. AJ with another dig. Looking for 9. Couldn't get it over Louis. But the ball drops. And 9 was there. Kiraly and Johnson down by just 4 now. Making the comeback. Crowd was quiet. Canyon and Louis getting a little nervous. AJ thunders one down the middle. 13-10. And here comes Karch. Here comes AJ.
Huntington Beach.
Crowd is up. Crowd concerned. In the hometown of Louis. Watch this serve. Right in the husband and wife area of, I got it, you take it. Ah! Couldn't dig it up. 13-10. AJ still serving. And when AJ gets on a roll, he can hammer it. Remember one year he served 2 points in 1 second in Grand Haven, Michigan. I saw him. I know it. Could he do it again? Down the middle. Ah! Another point. 13-11. And Louis and Ceman having a little trouble with their, yes, serve receive. 13-11 now. Karch would get the serve after a couple of side outs. They would go to Louis. Karch up high. Karch stuffing. Karch another tizzy. Karai and Johnson were working it. 5 in a row. They get to 13-12, and the crowd is on their feet. Huntington Beach heating up, folks. A 1-point game to 15 for the championship final. And $1 million in prize money. Who would win it?
Look at my
one more look at a great Karch block. We're within 1. So Johnson and Karai fighting back. And a couple of the youngsters getting into it. They know what time it is. It's Y2 Keeney time. Planners Trail Mix, AVP Huntington Beach Open. Karch Karai and partner Adam Johnson trying to pull off the comeback of the summer. Down 13-8. They've scored 5 in a row. Now Karch will serve. Ooh, he's going to the floater. Short floating. They'll work on Louis. Can they get a point? No. And Lewis pounds it down. So Louis and Canyon trying to figure out where their big lead went. Now they'll send Louis up to the net to block. And Canyon will serve it. 13-12. Remember, Lewis and Canyon trying to win their first tournament of the year. Canyon ready to dial it up. Right to Karch. And Karch over the top, but out. He hit it out. And it's a point for Ceman and Lewis. So Karch with the very, very rare hitting error. And suddenly Ceman and Lewis have championship points. Canyon tell everybody to get up.
To serve.
One more look at Karch's spike. A very rare hitting error for the King. So the crowd was up. Canyon was ready. Would this be his first win of the year? The first for Louis. Oh, and the ugliest serve in the history of beach volleyball under the net.
Mulligan.
Oh, that was ugly. Canyon's dad thinking, that wasn't even ugly. That was worse than that, Marlo. Well, they still have another shot. Now, AJ, pressure on, down by 2 in the championship final. Needs a point. Good serve. Canyon digs it out. Canyon off the net. Canyon with a rocket, too high. Point for Johnson Karai.
And AJ.
So drama back in the match.
Back. It is 13.
KK and AJ down by just 1 now. Would AJ dial up an ace? I was betting on it. AJ was looking ace. Karch was hoping ace. AJ. No. Canyon. Good pass. And the side out
Canyon
with a little authority.
From the right side.
So Canyon would go to the net. Louis would serve it. The second championship point.
Brian Lewis.
Brian Lewis, the hometown hero. Grew up in nearby Corona Del Mar, near the barbecue pits. Karch and AJ taking their time. They've been here before. And Louis. Would he go for the spader or try to put it in play? Right down the middle. Karch was chasing, and that was it.
Gentlemen,
Brian Lewis, Canyon Ceman winning their first tournament of the year. Their first ever together. And doing it over one of the great teams in the history of pro beach volleyball, Karch Karai and